Hello, thank you for joining me today. My name's Lily and this is my little channel, Lily and the Bee, where I like to share with you all the things I have created, mainly sewing and crochet. So, what should we start with today? I have got a little pile of things in front of me to show you. Let's have a look. This is something I made last year and it is Christmassy. This is a little toft holly berry. Which I made last year. So when I got my Christmas things out, I found it. There she is. So she sits on top of our Christmas tree. So that's some crochet. I was making the coasters the coasters, waving my hands around, nearly dropping everything. I was making coasters, so I've made a few more, and I did say I was making one with the toft wool that I'd got, but I like the colours and it actually looks quite Christmassy, the colours, but it's too woolly I think for a coaster. Not woolly for a coaster I think, but I do like the colours and I've really enjoyed making those. I don't know what to do with them because I asked my sister if she wanted one and she didn't really want one, so I thought, well, yeah, a couple of them I haven't ironed yet, but there's all the different colours, but I think they're really pretty. And as I said last time, I just love the frill. I love the excitement of getting through it, so I could do the little frilly bit on the end, around the edges I mean. So yes, so that's those. A little bit of crochet. And what else have I been making? I've made a snow girl. I'm going to pop the name of the pattern at the top because I don't want to pronounce it incorrectly. So here she is. My mum gave me some scrap fabric because I needed some for something else, and she's got a massive bag. I said, well, can I go through your things? Because she makes different things to me, and she makes clothes. So and some of this, like the hat, she'd made one of the Tilly and the Buttons, like a little hooded sweatshirt thing. So she got some of that spare. So, but yeah, here she is, little snow girl. She's got little stretchy leg warmers. A little hat with a bobble, pom-pom on the top, carrot nose, a little dress with little pom-poms on. I went to town on the accessories, as you can, if you know me by now, I like all the accessories. Oops, I'm showing her bottom, and she hasn't got any knickers on. And she's got a little bag, which has got a little fudge in, chocolate. Probably won't last long because I'll probably eat it. So yeah, so and these little arms are a different colour because the arms are sticks, like an actual snow person. But yeah, had loads of fun making her. So she's my one kind of Christmassy, wintry item I've made this year. I don't make lots of Christmas things, I'm afraid, because I know lots of people like to see all the Christmas things, but I'm not really into. I don't know why, I'm just not really into. Maybe one year I will be and I'll just go mad and make lots of Christmas things, but generally I don't make too many Christmas things. And the dress is just a little skirt which you make round like that, and then a bit like a scrunchie just round for the neck, for the top of the dress. I did do something a bit, well, I'll take her hat off actually, because I did do something a bit wrong. The seam is supposed to be at the front, so that's rounded and this is flat, but when I'd stitched her legs on, the legs point out. I'd stitched the legs on everything I'd finished, and then went to sew the face, and I realised, oh, that is actually, I thought the seam was at the back, but the seam's at the front, because the other dolls I've made had a seam at the front and the back, and when I made it, I thought, oh, that's lovely, no seam on the front, that looks nice, and then I realised, oh yeah, so she's a bit of a flat-faced snowman. But I don't think, I mean, maybe if I hadn't told you, I don't think you'd have noticed, would you? So yeah, there she is. She looks funny with that hat, doesn't she? She looks better with the hat on. But yeah, I'll sit her around a tree and she can come out every year. A Christmas person. And what else have we got? Oh, this is exciting. Nobody guessed right. Although there were some good ideas, and some ideas probably better than the idea that we thought of for my denim person. I'll give you another clue. It's a cushion and it's a boy, man. And the cushion, if you've never read the book, you wonder what I thought going on about. The cushion is to help him go down the slippery slip. So I did put, I can't remember if I showed you the jacket before, because I made a little jacket and I thought, well, he looks a bit like a magician. And he still looks a bit magician-y, but I think he looks like the character is supposed to be now with the rest of the clothes on. And you recognise the jumper fabric because it's another one from my mum's stash. Oh yeah, I called her Linda, because my mum's called Linda, so I called her little snow girl Linda after my mum. I'm not sure my mum wants a snowman named after her or not. Anyway, that's her name. So he is Moonface from the Faraway Tree. He's got little felt trousers, the little button on. He's got a little jumper, and I think there have been lots of remakes of the Enid Blyton books, and I even think Jacqueline Wilson, who is a children's author, I think that's her name, has rewritten them because they're not very politically correct. They were written at a time, so they weren't great in a lot of ways. But the actual stories, I loved them. I loved them as a child. They were just amazing. A Faraway Tree and the Wishing Chair, and a lot of them, I think maybe something to do with my love of toys, making toys now. But in a lot of the stories, the toys would come to life at night. The children would go to bed and all the toys would come to life. I loved the idea of that happening. Yeah, so my daughter came up with the idea of Moonface. Maybe he should have a moony coloured face, but he'd maybe it's dark. It's a dark moon. Yeah, but there he is, Moonface. So another item made from my pair of jeans. Yeah, but I totally loved all the books. And in the book, he lived at the top of the Faraway Tree, and as far as I remember rightly, he kept all the cushions because there was a big slide going down the centre of the tree. Whee! He'd go all the way down, and he'd give people a cushion. And I think the cushions had a piece of rope on them, and then he'd pull the cushions up to the top again. So yeah, there he is. The jacket I made from a pattern from one of those previous dolls I'd made, the cloth linen dolls, and the jumper did I make it from a pattern? I can't remember now. I might have just, no, I did make it from a pattern. It was from maybe it's from the pumpkin doll's dress. I don't know. I kind of had a pattern and tweaked it so it fitted him. The felt trousers were from felt, and I did literally just draw around him and cut those out. And then the boots were from the other doll patterns I've had. So there's a combination of patterns, just made up the bow tie, because I think he had a bow tie. But as I said, there was lots of different artworks to go with all the books as time went on, and the books we originally had as children, which I've still got, they're in the loft, so I haven't got them to show you, they were just drawings. So they were just black and white drawings. There was no colour at all, so the colours and everything, and I often books of your own imagination, how you imagine the characters to be. And I was talking to my daughter about it because it's her idea, and she said, oh, you could make Saucepan Man. I mean, how hard were we going to get mini saucepans to tie to a little person? Saucepan Man, and there was Dame Wash-A-Lot, who I think used to wash things and then do everyone's washing, and then she'd throw all the water down the tree, so sometimes the children would be climbing a tree and they'd get soaking wet. And Silky the Fairy should be a nice one to make. And I think there was one called What's His Name, whereas no one actually knew what his name is, so they all called him What's His Name. So yeah, there is my little denim moon face. Well, yeah, he's got a round face like a moon, nighttime moon, and there he is. So we'll pop him there. And I think, well, I've got a bag. I made this bag a while ago, and I was then going to put something in it, so I thought I'd show you that. This is a sewn bag, and I love this fabric. This is from Alexander Henry, and I bought quite a lot of it. He does just really unusual fabric, just really different kind of style. So, and this had a comic book all over it, and I love the things it says. Betty, it's over. We can't go on like this. And I can't meet Jim in Hawaii. I don't have a thing to wear. But the tropics are so beautiful, it's a shame to miss this opportunity. And I think there's something about sewing on it as well. Yeah, it is, yeah. I'll raise the hem on this little number. Jim is sure to notice me now. After all, home sewing is easy. So, yeah, I made that just... It's big corners, a bit like it'd be called a doctor's bag, this sort of shape, I don't know. So yeah, I put, it's pretty big, and I just literally hand stitch the edges over, and it's got strawberry fabric in the middle. Whoops, something's just fallen out of it. Oh, it's the snowman stocking. Granny, I got this pattern from the stocking from the Secret Yarnery, which is where I got the coasters from, because I was searching for other patterns and that came up, and I thought I would make one. I was going to make a few and hang it in the tree, but in the end, hang it on the tree, but in the end I thought it goes with her outfit, Linda's outfit, so I'll put it, she can have that. Yes, I've made loads of bags. Sometimes I just think, oh, I really fancy a new bag, and I just make one. So yeah, that was really quick and easy to make. And yeah, so, and I normally take that to work with my, because it's just a big open bag with my, when I go into the office, I just go and put my lunch and cup and bits and pieces in it. So yeah, that is another item I have made. I've got a video to show you, so I'll put that up in a moment. My daughter and I, we went back to see well, I went on my own before, but my daughter wanted to come with me and see the squirrels, and I've got some of the peanuts left, so we thought we'd go and feed the squirrels, and they were so friendly, and I hadn't really thought about doing it, but my daughter just put a little peanut down out of her hand, and they actually fed out of our hand. Not all of them did, but they were all around us. It was just a bit like a Disney film, you know, when there's all the animals all around, all friendly animals. So yeah, but then a duck ran up, but that ate a peanut, and we were like, I'm not sure if ducks are supposed to eat peanuts. And then a bird ate one, it sort of swallowed it whole, and then these were the little monkey nuts, they were quite big, so we weren't sure if that was right or not, so we felt a bit guilty, but people feed the squirrels there all the time, so I presume it's fine. Yeah, so that was, I'm just gonna have a drink. So that was really fun, and oh yeah, one of the squirrels came up to me and actually put his paws on my knee. So that's in the video as well. I can't believe how friendly they were. You want to take one home and have it as a pet, but my chickens don't like squirrels, because sometimes we do get them in the garden and they run along the top of the fence, because my chickens are sort of there and the fence is there, and there's some trees at the back, so squirrels come along the trees, run all the way along the fence, then into our front garden, which is there, and I think they've buried some nuts, so they get the nuts out, but we've only had the chickens this year, and I think the squirrels probably buried the nuts before we even had the chickens. So, and as soon as I can hear the chickens squawking, they've got like a callie, which is really loud. Shh, shh. We're a bit urban here, chickens. You can't don't be so noisy. So they'll be squawking like mad, and then I'll see a squirrel. The only time they squawk is if they've laid an egg, and they do a little, or if there's a squirrel. Or once there was a muntjac. So occasionally we get muntjacs in the garden, and they didn't like that. So they have a little warning. They're a bit scared, I guess. But they do seem quite. I've had chickens before, and these ones do seem a bit more scared. But when I had them before, I had a lot of chickens, and we had a different house. It was more countrified than it is here. But I do love having the chickens. They're just such funny characters. Thinking of the muntjac, I will put another video at the end, because this happened. I can't remember when it happened. Quite a while ago, before I started doing YouTube. We looked out into the front garden, and there was a muntjac in the garden, and it was licking a baby. It just must have just had, because I presume they lick the little babies when they're newly born. So yes, I'll pop the video up of that, because that is just lovely, and I managed to catch it from the window. Our house is a bit strange, because it was built on an old chalk pit, so it's down a big dip, and it's split into two now, so our house is semi-detached, but it would have been originally, it was one big house, so we are right down a big dip. Just this house. Years ago, it would have been the only house here, but since then, as time's gone on, there's more houses built around, so we are completely down. So our front garden is completely secluded, because we're so low down. So we've got front and back, and it's all kind of higgledy-piggledy. So in the summer, maybe I'll take you on a tour of the garden. But it looks fine now, but it's nicer in the summer when all the flowers and everything are out. But we love it, because it is just literally like being in the middle of nowhere, because we're down low, but we're not. So from the road, you can just see our roof. But yeah, it's really an old house, quite cold. It's an old house. But yeah, it suits us. It's lovely. It's down out of the way, away from everybody else. I didn't even have my drink, did I? I just picked it up to. Next week, I don't know, because my sewing machine, I'm kind of going to put it away for a couple of weeks and give me a break, because I have been sewing a lot over the last 3 or 4 months since I've started YouTube. And I'm going to take it to my dad's. I'm going to my parents next, and my sister's going to be there, and my niece and my nephew, so I'm going to see them, which will be lovely. I'm hoping I'm going to drag them on the beach. Not actually drag them, take them to the beach and see if someone's going to go on a walk with the beach. On the walk to the beach with me, because there's a different beach where they live, so I want to go there as well and see everybody. But I'm going to take my sewing machine, and I'm hoping my dad is going to give it a little service for me, because I don't know how to do it. I could do it, but I'm not really sure. I don't want to start pulling it around and then it doesn't work or something afterwards. So yeah, I'm going to have a little break from sewing, but I thought next week I might do maybe a bit of I'm probably going to do some crochet, because I'll have time to do that. But depending on what, it might not be that interesting. It might be just I'll carry on my blanket, or I don't know what I'm going to be crocheting. Maybe a bit of hand sewing. But if I haven't got too much to show you, I'll maybe do an end of the year kind of chatty. I don't know how interested people are in me just chatting, really. I know lots of people do chatty podcasts, but then when it's you doing it yourself, you can't help but think, oh, I'm not that interesting. Do people want to hear about me? I don't know, going to the beach or things. I'm not really sure. So but yeah, maybe I'll do a little talk about, not a talk, that makes me think it sounds like I'm going to do some proper talk thing, chat, just a little chat about how I felt after doing YouTube for the last few months, and maybe things I want to make or things I want to do for the year ahead, that kind of, maybe I'll do that kind of thing. So if you don't like me chatting, then maybe avoid that one. Yeah, but it's nice to do, and I really like talking to you all. I don't know how many people actually watch. You do get a thing on the views, but I don't know whether that's just people clicking on it for 2 seconds and thinking, no thanks, and then flicking off. I think that might even just count as a view, so I don't really know, but I really appreciate everyone that does watch me. And I'm really, this is a waffle one, this is a waffletastic ending here. But yeah, it's really lovely that everyone does, and I do feel like I'm chatting to people, because if no one commented or liked it, I think you would feel a bit like, I was talking to myself, I guess. I'm just looking at this Christmas pudding here, because my husband's a postman, so we've started getting all the it's one of those little flies there. We've started getting all the cards coming in, and people, it's lovely, I'm not complaining at all, people buying random things for a little gift. So yesterday, which is on the table, which is it is so heavy, we got a Christmas pudding from a customer, because Adnams, Southwold is near us, so that's yeah, Southwold. Adnams they make beer and Christmas puddings, made with broadside, which he does like. He drinks broadside, so he does like it. So we've got that, and I think we got one last year. And one man gave him some cheese, it was Welsh cheese. It's called black something, and I can't remember what the name is. Black sheep, I think. And it was this amazing cheese, really. Oh, my scarf's gone all skewiff. Really gorgeous cheese, and then we couldn't get it round here, and then we went on holiday to Wales, and we bought some because it was so nice and we're thinking. So I said to Neil, have you seen the cheese customer yet? Have you seen? So I'd quite like some more. And all the lovely cards, which people just write lovely things. Let me find a nice one. Wishing you a lovely Christmas. Thanks for being such an amazing and kind, helpful postie. It's much appreciated. Thanks for all those cards and parcels. Buy a bottle of wine. Thanks for being our postie. All the very best to you. I think one of them said something about being the best postman. Enjoy your Christmas. Where's this up one? Oh, here it is. To Neil, the best postman ever. Thank you for all you do for us, Neil. So yeah, I've got lots of chocolates and biscuits. So all these lovely treats coming in. I don't get anything from my work really, so I really appreciate all the lovely goodies. There's some biscuits on there. So yeah, feeling really spoiled, and it is lovely. Just a little something to say thank you. So people are lovely. It warms my heart. It's just how kind everyone is. Really nice. Right, I think I'm going to finish there because it was a massive waffle at the end. So sorry if you were a bit bored by the end. And I think yeah, hopefully it's okay to keep just talking on a bit. I hope that's okay. Yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you. I've had a few new subscribers, so thank you and welcome. Thank you for subscribing and or commenting or liking and all that lovely stuff. And I will. This is Saturday, and I think I will record another one next Saturday morning. And then it's kind of Christmassy time, isn't it? So yep. So all being well, I'll see you in a week's time. Thank you so much for joining me today, and yep. Take care. Bye.